sit or lie with your hands palm up and just let the energy wash over you and through you.
Hi. Smooth. How are you all? How's everyone doing, huh? Huh? Are you good? Confused? Yes. 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 How about me? I'm good. I've been on a few Zoom call meetings today regarding an upcoming project. I can't talk about it yet, but it's in a cause that is very dear to my heart, teaching, and involves a very big brand. And yeah, so it's a very exciting day for me. Just been working out logistics. Hello, Kid Dynamo. Yeah, so I can't say anything else at the moment, but very, very excited. Yeah, so welcome everybody, all the confused people. If you do know what you're doing, how, let me know. How do you do that? For the rest of us riding by the seat of our pants, I see you. No, it's not to do with Tidy. It's another big brand. Speaking of Tidy, today is Tidy's 28th birthday, and they're offering 28% off everything in the shop, and that will include my my USB, my producer USB. I've just put the link in it in the chat there. You got a bit less wealth because of that. Hello, René. Yeah, I saw your post. I forgot. Yeah, my USB's on there. René, you need to be my PR agent, I think. But yeah, if you want to support me and my music, then you can go and buy my USB bundle with all, I think it's like 140 productions of mine on there. Yeah, there's and loads of other artists as well. Their ones are on there as well. Okay, I've got a really long show tonight because I wanted to get rid of some of the backlog. Yes, Eric, of course, and welcome in, by the way. What was I going to say? Yeah, long thing to. I think it's like twice as long as normal. So we're going to be here a while. So just to recap, we've got, and this isn't in the order, but we've got Quinny, Mark Shalvin, Campbell, DS3. You'd have all got emails back from me, by the way. Emma Friedman, Gareth Murphy, I think's in the chat. Stefano, Mule, Subjective. Now, this is a friend of mine, and I don't know if I'm going to say the name right. Ionides. Is it Ionides, Mark? Ionides, I think it is. Ionides. I'm going to write it in the chat because I hate getting people's names wrong. Ionides. Ionides. Is that how to say it? Ionides. Is it close? Tell me how to say it. Put it phonetically in the chat, please, Mark. While I run through the other. Ionides. Oh, I'm sure this is dyslexia. It looks like ionides to me. Oh, God. It's important I get it right. Stick to Mark. Ionides. Okay, Mark said it's iron need dis. Hang on. Ionides. Ionides nuts. Ionides. Is that your second name? Ionides. Ionides. No, every time I say it, I'm just going to laugh. Sorry, Mark. Ionides. Okay, I got it. I'm going to write it in phonetically because I will forget. Ionides. Got it. Okay. Also, we've got Lost. DJ Danny D. I'm not going to say nuts. I'm not. Did we, Mark? Oh, mate. I'm so sorry. But you know what? You will not be forgotten now. Put it that way. Danny D. And we've got Mark Curtin. Atari and Cheo as well. People like us. There we go. That's all of them. So if you got a thingy from me, an email back. If you haven't, don't worry. It'll probably be on next week now because I've managed to clear a backlog because we've got such a long show today. So that's the niceties out the way. Let's start off with Scott Project L, Want Your Love, and this is the Quinny mix. Wow. Okay, so that was the Quinny remix of Scott Project, L Want Your Love. What did you guys think of that? I saw a lot of positive feedback in the chat. I think it's great. Really, like Mark said, very clean. Great nod to the original, as someone else said. Yeah, I don't know what Quinny's SoundCloud is, because he didn't give him me. Hang on. And I think there's a few Quinnies, so I want to give you the wrong one. Mark, can you please whisper that to me, because it won't come in on it won't be able to show on the chat, unfortunately, unless he sent it to me. No, I don't think he's sent the email yet. Send it to me as a whisper and I'll pop it in the chat. But yeah, wow, really good, really good track, really strong remix. It's hard to remix iconic tunes and iconic artists, but this was great. Okay, I found the link. Well, I didn't find it. Mark Shelvin has sent it to me. So, guys, follow that link. Please go and show some love. Show some support. It's free. And it means a lot. Ooh, it's me playing the song again. Oh, I'm already following him. Cool. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say on that other than I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Speaking of Mark Shelvin is next with a track called Predestination. Okay, so there we go. Predestination, Mark Shelvin. Harrison J mentioned maybe bringing like another layer, a mid layer, for a bit of grit in the bass. Could work. But Mark himself has mentioned possibly a bit more variation. And I think a few other people said that as well. I think this is possibly all that would be needed to make this from a really good track into something very special. So what are ways that you guys think what ways could we give feedback for the variation? So something that I would do, change it up every other bar. Every 16 bars, isn't it? I know my words are just failing me at the moment. Okay. So, yeah, slight note changes. Yeah, nice. I see what you mean now. So there's a rule. There's a hard and fast rule, but there's kind of like a guide to changing or adding or taking something away every 16 bars to keep things interesting. Maybe another layer, maybe just some automation with like a phaser on one of the leads. Yeah, top line, quiet pads. Yeah. A 90s key change? Why not? It works. It works for a reason. Simple things. Doesn't need to be too complicated. Does anyone still use like Gross Beat plugins like that, to create little fill ear candies on the ends of like sections, phrases? Hello, Perkmeister. All you need is a counter melody, 16 bars in would sound epic. Yeah, I agree. Nice louder percussion. Yeah, something interesting in the percussion's always nice. Like Tech Trance was always very good for this. Like Mario Picato stuff, and there'd be interesting things that would catch your ear. I do 442 ABBA, brilliant. Yeah. So hi Rossi, hello to everyone else. Yeah, Gross Beat was one of the first glitchy kind of like, I don't know what would you describe Gross Beat as being? It's like a rhythm gate volume envelope kind of plugin, isn't it? Gross, says Bosky. There was another one, there was a few by Sugar Bites that I used to use. I forget the names of them now. The Sugar Bites ones were good. Gated plugin, thank you. There's quite a few of them now, to be fair. Tornado, yes. Yes, Tornado is fab. But the problem was, it was just too many. Glitch. There were just too many, like, options. And then after you've done, like, a few things, like the freeze and there was a turntable effect and things like that, it just started sounding like too much. Is a beat repeater? Yes, thank you. Effectrix, yes. Yep, Effectrix. Yeah, Sugar Bites did quite a few. I think the thing is with those is just to find one or two that work. Melda plugins, they're really good. They have one called Rhythmizer, but they can be a bit finicky to use, but they do offer, this ear candy thing on the ends of, instead of just using fills all the time, like, oh, that's good, Kane. Devious Machine's texture is good for an interesting layer or two, and you could try an envelope follower. Yeah, that's the thing on Ableton, isn't it? I think that you can do that on FL as well by using Fruity Envelope. or fruity. I don't think it's fruity envelope. It was something else. So you have to do 2 other things for it to do the same thing. But yeah, the envelope follower thing on Ableton's amazing. Hello, Rob. How you doing? Okay, so next up we've got... Thank you, Mark, for sending that in. Next up we've got DJ Campbell. This is Amen UK Passion, and it's the DJ Campbell Bonk to the Donk remix. Wow. And even that outro is going to be fun to mix out of. That's a really, really good point, actually, for this kind of music. Or maybe quite a few genres. Instead of having just like a really obvious outro, having some kind of like toneless. And what I mean by that is it's not really in a key because it's going up in semitones. So that would sound excellent mixing in and out of. It has all gone mental, Jake. Yeah, but welcome back. Techie Steph, thank you for 6 months, mate. Love you. Yeah, like that was a nice added bonus to an already really cool track. I had to stop dancing because every time I'm doing this, I'm making the camera move. So I'm trying not to be really like animated about it, but I can't help it. Hello, Campbell. Yeah, I really like it. Obviously. Do you know what? I didn't even listen to this before I put it on the show. And there's only like a handful of people whose stuff I trust enough to not have to listen to it before I put it on the show. So, wow. Thank you for sending it in. Thank you for all the new follows, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, next up, we've got Kathy Brown, Turn Me Out, DS3 Vox Heaven remix. There we go. Daniel, DS3. Yeah, I really like this. It's just pure techno. The only thing, like as Mark says there, the vocal placement, and I picked up on it a bit earlier as well, in parts, especially the very first verse, it wasn't where we would naturally expect it to be, but it kind of resolves and catches up with itself because of the short stabs that are made of it coming into the next section. So it wasn't like a massive thing, but it kind of it throws me off to like where I'm used to hearing it. And then in the fourth bar of the verse, it was one beat or half a beat too late, but that's when you get this chopping effect, so it kind of catches up to itself. But yeah, I love the idea of it, and it doesn't massively change my enjoyment. So hello to Techie Steph's mum. I would tease a vocal before bringing the lead in. Yep, all good ideas. The vocal didn't seem to vibe with the pitch changes in the first break. Was there some pitch changes? Yeah, there was like a melody line in there, wasn't there? Yeah. But yeah, all in all, it's a fucking brilliant track. It grabs you by the metaphorical balls, and I love it. Do you know what? I might even go as far to say, take that vocal out and put something else in. Put something else in. You don't have to do any of this, by the way, but put something else in that wouldn't be copywritten, and then you can release it then. Like something about fuck the system. Like I spoke to Marky G about this a while ago when we started a track together. He's like, all you need for a good techno track is, in terms of vocals, anything anti-establishment. So yeah, anything like that would be really cool, I think. Yeah, the vocal felt added on to fit. Yeah, I think that there are. It would change up the whole mood of this as well, you know. And it's a big contender, in my opinion, to be played out by a lot of techno artists if that vocal was changed. But what do I know? That might be something that people like, because that vocal's like 20 years old now, probably more. So some people might not have heard that before. But maybe just give it a go. Yeah, the distortion sounded great. So yeah, thank you very much, Daniel. Okay, next we've got Emma Friedman. And this is called Amuse Me. This is a cool track. There we go. That is Emma Friedman, Amuse Me. It's really different. Like, I really like this. I really like it. It's very creative and it's simple ideas done well. I love the expression in it. I'm not usually one for like sexual noises and stuff, but this was done really well. It's almost like, you know, like all the ad libs that like Michael Jackson does. You know, all that kind of thing. That's like someone who can really let themselves go in their creative endeavours. And I really liked it. One thing I would say from the technical aspect is to check it in mono, because there was a lot of hard panning in it. And my worry would be that won't translate well on some systems. But yeah, so like just check it in mono just to see what it sounds like, because there was quite a bit of panning in that. But that can be a stylistic thing as well, and it didn't take away from the enjoyment of listening to it. So yeah, thank you, Emma. And guys, make sure you go and give Emma a follow on SoundCloud. That's a good idea, say eHub. Yep, you sure could. Next up, I like this one. This one's well cool. Gareth Murphy, Eins, zwei, Polizei. Do you remember what I was saying earlier about anti-establishment vocals in techno? Yeah, this.
Gute Nacht. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 7, 8, gute Nacht. 1, 2, Polizei, 3, 4, Grenadier, 5, 6, Anti-Gang, 7, 8, gute Nacht. 1, 2, Polizei, 3, 4, Grenadier, 5, 6, Anti-Gang, 7, 8, gute Nacht. 7, 8, gute Nacht. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, Polizei. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, Polizei. 1, 7, 8, gute Nacht. 7, 8, gute Nacht. 7, 8, gute Nacht. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, Polizei, 3, 4, Grenadier, 5, 6, alte Gags, 7, 8, gute Nacht. Gag 7, 8. Gag 7, 8. Gag 7, 8. Gag 7, 8. Polizei, 3, 4, Grenadier, 5, 6, alte Gags, 7, 8, gute Nacht. 1, 2, Polizei, 3, 4, Grenadier, 5, 6, alte Gags, 7, 8, gute Nacht. Ein, zwei, gute Nacht. 1, 2, gute Nacht. 1, 2, gute Nacht.
May, please send me this as a WAV or MP3, please, because I would love to play this in my DJ sets because I love it. Yeah, it's very BXR, isn't it? I love it. I love the rawness of it. The that vocal, I'm sure I recognise that, but I don't know where from, and I would have heard it a long time ago, I think. I don't know where it's from, but I fucking love this. I really do. It's a good banger. It sure is. Yeah. Yeah. Is it? Let me just have a look. Hang on. Oh, I didn't see it. So, guys, it is a free download as well. I'm going to say something now. Make sure you put your artist name in the file. Because when I go to download it, Gareth, it doesn't have your name on it. It just says Einswei Polizei Final Master ! Which is fine our end when we're, on our computers, but when it's going out, just make sure you've got your artist name on there, because it won't come up on like Now Playing app and things like that, or it will get lost. You know what I mean? It's not a massive thing, but well, it can be. It's something that you just get into the habit of, when you've done your final master, save a copy and name that like artist and title, just so it avoids any confusion, and that you get rightly credited for your work as well. Where's my promos folder? I'm just downloading it from here now. Where is it? Oh, I'll put it in downloads. Yeah, you don't want Jeffrey borrowing it. Mark says, I feel weird using foreign vocals unless I know what they mean. Well, I think that's quite sensible, because you don't know what's being said. Yeah, and maybe stay away from the exclamation marks, because it could pull up issues having an exclamation mark in the file name. It's probably fine, so don't panic, but it's probably more of an old school rule. We do talk about this sometimes, about not having don't put dots in the file name, because the dot is then for the extension, like your mp3, .exe, .wav, whatever it is, whatever the file is. Yeah, well, this is what this show is for. I'd rather you learn that one here, and not when you're sending it off anywhere, or that kind of thing. But that's what we're here for, little tips and tricks. But yeah, thank you for sending it in. Okay, next up we have got Stefano Ricky. And yeah, thank you for subbing as well, Gareth. Stefano Ricky with a remix of Desire by Calvin Harris and Sam Smith. go. That is Stefano Ricci's remix of Desire by Calvin Harris and Sam Smith. I don't think I've heard the original, but I do really like Sam Smith's voice. I really like this remix. I think it's nice, solid, using all of the spectral range. Everything's got its place sonically. One thing I would say is after this last drop, you could have like another maybe a super saw or like some kind of lead layer doing the da 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 da, because it just goes back into where it was before. So we'll just play that back. That bit there, it needs another layer doing that melody just to texturize, pad it out a little bit more. That's what I would do, just to finish that off and keep the interest. But apart from that, I really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for sending it in, mate. And yeah, let me just give you a shout out as well. Shout out. Yeah, that's my only thing that I think would like make that track like perfect, because I loved everything else about it. Everything. So yeah, thank you for sending it in, mate. Always like listening to your stuff. And yeah, make sure you go and follow on SoundCloud. I've given the links a bit further up. So yeah, next up we've got, who is it now? Mule, and this is Wanted You. we go. That is Mule Wanted You. I think there's some great ideas in this track. I love the vocal. I do think it could benefit from another mix down. I think Kid Dynamo mentioned that as well, and also the reverb or the delay that is on that vocal. It feels a little bit like there's too much on it, and it's kind of interfering with the transients of the vocal. So a good trick to stop this is to have the reverb or have the delay on a separate channel. I think you could probably do it on the same channel, but use a compressor or a limiter connected to the delay, so that when the first transients of the vocal are playing out, it will duck the delay or the reverb, and that way it just stays clearer. And yeah, Kane says could use more automation to hold interest. I think that the transition, that there needs to be a little bit more coherence with the coherence, the right word? Cohesiveness with the transitioning between each section, especially this bit. It's just a bit too much, and all it would take is that lead sound, grab the first note of that lead sound, bounce it down with a big reverb on it, not too big, and then reverse it and have that leading back in to just after that little break, and then it will give the effect of the silence that you're obviously looking for in that for the expression, but it won't like jolt us back in. But yeah, that's what this show's here for, is to help with these areas. Valhalla Massive, yeah, Supermassive is amazing, and it's free. It's free. If you haven't got it, just type in Valhalla Supermassive and get yourselves that for free. But yeah, thank you, Mule. Thank you for sending this in. Really nice classic trance track. So thank you for sending it. Next up, we've got Subjective Beat We Want It.
I'm exactly where I want to be because I realized I gotta commit my very being to this thing.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Welcome in, Beat, as well. And thank you, Kane, for gifting a sub as well to Beat. Yeah, I like everything about this. I love everything about this track. It's just, it sounds done. It's done. Nothing else I would change about this at all. If it was like, I can't offer any feedback other than, yeah, this is a good track. What I do love about it is I love the shuffle, that swing you've got on it, the percussion. I think it's stylistically correct to have it stripped back. And this is probably what happens when you come from a hard dance background, that you just want to fill up the space with loops and loads of percussive elements. But the fallout from that means that you won't have enough room for other elements. And I feel like you have to think about what is the focus in your track, don't you? What is going to have the most attention? What needs to be the most given the most attention? Not everything can be at the forefront like that. So, you know, you can't have everything in because then it will just sound too messy. I think for me, I felt like the focus was on the acid line. I love the automation on the acid line as well. It was continually evolving, And the vocal was really cool as well. But yeah, it's all about the groove with this stuff. So yeah. Thank you for sending it in, mate. Really appreciate it. And yeah, make sure you go and follow, please. Thank you. Okay, next up we've got Mark Ionides. I said it right. I must have said it right. So this is Mark's track. And it's a rough master. So let's have a listen. So there we go. Mark Ionides. I really like this. I love the hoovers in this track. I want them to be brought up a bit in volume, just slightly, because that's like a pivotal part of this track, I feel. And also, I love the vocal. I love it even more now I know what it means. And because it means that, I feel like because obviously this is like a hard house track, I feel that it's got that kind of, motherfucker. So it has to be punchy and attacky. And I feel the areas that would be great to improve this would be on the bass line and also the dun 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 dun. I think there's a bit too much reverb on it, or it could be layered up with something more mid-highs to make a bit more, to make some, make use of the mid-highs when the hoovers aren't making use of the mid-highs. Was there an acid line in it? Get an acid line in there. Get an acid line in there. Some more effects to tie it in a bit more, and for ear candy. And regarding the bass line, there's a bit of movement in that bass line. You want the bass in this style of music to be solid. So go and check on the synth if retrig is on or off. Because there's a bit of movement in there, and you might want to shorten it a bit so it's more shaped. And I think if you did those to it, this would be a really, or used like a volume envelope on it. Could be, and an LFO could be. It could be. There's something on that bass. That's making it move around a bit too much. This was your first. This was my first track. Really? Fucking hell! I wish I made something like this as my first track. That's amazing. It's nearly there. It's nearly there. This is why the show exists, is to get you out of your own head and have a fresh, like 50 fresh pairs of ears listening to it. Which is massively helpful. I mean, I live with Guy. Me and Guy have been together for 10 years. And the amount of times I bring Guy down to my studio, I'm like, just have a listen to this. I know something's up, but I'm not sure what it is. So he gives me the feedback that I need. And that means that I can pass that on to you guys. And I know for a fact that this would be something that Guy would say, is there's a bit of movement on that bass and it needs to be shaped a bit more. Yeah, I know how nervous you've been about it. It's fucking terrifying. It's terrifying getting your music heard. But there's one thing that we do above all of the things on this show, is everything's kept respectful, and everything we say, I always say that a lot of the feedback or a lot of the comments that anyone ever gets on their music from other people, especially when it comes from other artists, is a lot of it's going to be subjective. And I try and stay away from any. Sometimes I'll give my subjective, but I'll always start with this is what I feel subjectively. But the one thing I will always try to talk about will be anything that is sticking out as technically needing to have some work, because everything else is just up to your own artistic flair and expression, and that's the way it should be. But yeah, Mark, I'm really, really glad. I think there is phasing between the bass layers. Yeah. Okay, so try phase inverting as a first port of call. Try inverting the phase, and then try EQing the layers differently. Try some different EQ shelves. It will slot in. Like, this is the thing with and if you've got layers on that bass, your layers are too close together in frequency. If that is layered, you want to have one. You can have one low as a sub, but sub should be felt and not heard. So the sub should be quite low, and that was another thing. It did feel quite boomy. So the sub should be lowered down, and then your mid bass wants to be more mid range, obviously. And then like try. Yeah, so on a phone, absolutely. On a phone, no one would be able to hear that there was any bass, because it's very, very low. Very, very low. Yeah. A touch of mid on the bass, yeah. So if there are layers there, try bringing one of those layers up an octave, or changing the sound out to something more texturized. And I think it will change the whole thing. But yeah, how good is that for a first track? Yes! And I'm sure if you want to talk to any of the people in the chat who play and make hard house, they will be more than happy to help. But yeah, that's what I would do. But I love it. I really do. It's nearly there. And for a first track, wow. Keep it up, please, mate. And make sure you keep sending stuff in as well. Yeah, adding some saturation. You can add it parallel as well, so you'll never overdo it. Which, yeah, that's a really, really good point. Okay, Perkmeister, I'll see you soon. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, any genres at all, you know that. All genres are welcome here. And I hope that it's now popped your musical cherry and you'll send in loads of stuff, because that's what we're here for. So it is scary. But I run a tight ship here on people's comments. Everyone's very respectful. We have a really good community here. And make sure you join the Discord as well, because we have a technical and music production area on there. I'm glad, Mark. I'm glad. That's what it's all about, baby. And this is it. When we give each other advice, it quickens our progress so much. So some of us aren't getting any younger. So I've learned so much from this show. People are always coming up, have you tried this plugin? And have you, like, how about this kind of idea for, you know, mixing down your kick and bass, or whatever it could be. And it's like, fuck, I've never thought about it like that before. Because, you know, all of our different artistic expressions are like different perspectives or different ways to come from, you know, a different viewpoint. But to do this, what am I trying to say? There's more than one way to skin a cat. And I don't like that saying, because I love cats. But you know what I mean. Danny says, when I started, I had no producer friend and had no one to bounce all the trial and error off. Oh, sucks to be you. And now you've got us lot. Revenge of the Nerds. I love doing this show because it brings out my inner nerd. I find it massively helpful, and it's just nice to be around people who have the same interests as you. And that's really important because it's fucking hard. You put your heart and soul into your music, and you never know if someone's actually listened to it or not, do you? Like, you know, when people say, "Oh yeah, sick track, bro," and you're like, I've just fucking sent you the link. You can't have listened to it that quickly. I pested Torin. He lives around the corner. Brilliant. And also that means you've got Nick close by as well. Nick Rowland. He's amazing. So yeah, you just keeping good company. And you won't go far wrong, mate. Thank you. Thank you for trusting us as well. I appreciate you. Next up, we've got the Lost remix of Oliver Tree and Robin Schultz, Miss You. So there we go. That is Lost's remix of Oliver Tree and Robin Schulz, Miss You. I really like this. It is a free download. I've given you the link to Lost's SoundCloud, but here's the direct link to the track. So we were mentioning in the chat about possibly swapping out that vocal altogether and having something else, and that way you could release it, which is a great suggestion. However, this is a very popular track at the moment, and to get your name out there, one of the best ways of doing that is to do a remix of a big track and give it away for free. So in that regard, it can be a good thing for engagement, exposure, and for gaining fans. So it's a two-way, it's a double-edged sword. If you want to release it, find like a royalty-free vocal, or if you're going to use one like this I think this is a really good remix. Really good remix, and giving it away for free is a great way of getting artist attention, or attention from fans, potential fans, and get DJs playing it. It gets your name about. So yeah, run the vocal through an AI. Yes. So if you were to do that or get it resung, you'd have to still pay publishing if you were going to release it. And also, it wouldn't be the same as what people know it as. So it would sound different, and it might not be good different, because people are used to this vocal. There's a reason why they leak or they give out the acapellas to these tracks. There's a reason to it, so that people will make their own remixes of it. Because it gives the original release exposure as well. So yeah, it's Splice has got some really good things on there. Looperman's quite good as well. But yeah, I think that it's right to have this being a remix of a big track, because it's going to do its job. It's going to, like, if you are going to do that as well, use something like Hyped It, to funnel fans to your SoundCloud, and they'll, for example, if you use Hyped It, they will have to, for example, follow your SoundCloud page to get the download, to get the free download. So that can be massively helpful and beneficial to artists as well, to get some exposure. But yeah, thank you for sending it in, mate. Okay, now we've got okay, I really need a wee. So we're gonna do these two tracks after I've gone and had a wee. They are from Digital Industries in the chat, Danny. But one of them's really short, so I won't have time to get to the loo and back again. So we're going to play Mark Curtin, and this is Untitled. While I go for a piss, I'll be back in a minute. So there we go. Untitled by Mark Curtin. Is it Curtin? Sounds like I'm saying like, you know, pull curtain shut. But it's Curtin with a K. I really like this. Great chugging techno, melodic techno, whatever you want to call it. I love the gated reverb on the kick. Sounds great. It sounds sonically correct, like all the percussive elements in it. Yeah, I really liked it. Really, really liked it. So thank you very much for sending that in, Mark. It's weird when I don't have anything to add because I feel like I should talk about it more. But I think sometimes it's good if there isn't anything to say because it means it's done. Yeah, like someone else said, John said, all night long this would be in my head. Yeah, that's one of the things about techno is to get people in that trance with a mantra, with something, you know, repetitive, and then evolving that over time. I suppose a lot of genres do that, not just techno. So yeah, thank you for sending it in, Mark. And guys, make sure you go and follow Mark. Mark's got like 2 followers on SoundCloud right now. I'm one of them, so please do go. When I put these links in the chat, please use them. Okay, next up we have got Danny, aka Digital Industries. Now he sent me 2 tracks here that he did like 11, 12 years ago when experimenting doing some UK hardcore. The reason why I put both of them in is one of them's only like 1 minute 30 long. And the other one's not very long either. And I just need you to hear them because they're just so funny. They're so because we were just talking about stuff, and then like you said, oh yeah, I've done these 2 remixes years ago. You know I love silly stuff. So he's done an EastEnders hardcore remix and an I'm a Little Teapot remix as well. So we'll do I'm a Little Teapot first. Here we go. Hang on. I'm not going to have enough time. I'm going to write it in now. Little Teapot 2 this is. Okay, let me find it.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle, here's my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Just tip me over and
How cool is that? Can I just say massive thank you to Kutski for that awesome raid. Welcome in, raiders. You have joined us on the demo drop where we listen to artists' music that they've made. Just then we were listening to Danny's track he made about 12 years ago, remix of EastEnders, East End hardcore. How amazing is that? And anyone from my end, if you're not following Kutski, please go and give him a follow. Let me just put the link in. Kutski. Hope you had a good stream, Kutski. Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. And yeah, so jumping back into this, Danny. So the one before that was I'm a Little Teapot. It just works, doesn't it? I think it works really well with Happy Hardcore. And I love them. I think they're just so much fun. And to say that you made them 12 years ago, wow. Awesome. And yeah, thank you for letting me play them. Thank you for sending them to me as well. So, yeah. Next up, we have got People Like Us. And this is Animal.
Changing into a furious animal. Changing into a furious animal.
So People Like Us, Animal. Wow, what a fucking tune. I just want to say massive thank you to Kutski again, and also to Rexy for the 2 gifted subs, and also to Lozicon for following as well. Wow, thank you. Oh, I'm really glad that you enjoy them, babe. Yeah, I think it's really needed. Like we run, like I said before, we run a tight ship on here, because it's very, very scary to share your music with other people. And I know for a fact that this show has helped build a lot of artists' confidence to, go ahead and send the music out further and wider, and to make more music, because we're not always the best judge of our own work. So yeah, I really appreciate you saying that, and thank you for supporting the show. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so People Like Us is one of my favourite demo drop artists. A lot of the stuff, I don't think he's here at the moment, but they're always really characteristic, and he's got a certain authenticity to his music. And yeah, it's just raw, and there's just quirky ideas, and even the artwork's always quirky. I love it. I really, really love it. And I love everything that you do, People Like Us. So keep sending it in. Thank you for letting us hear that one. Yeah, I loved that one. Nothing I'd change about that at all. So yeah, thank you for sending it in, mate. Okay, next up we have got Sarah 9 and Atari. And Atari I met at the Brighton Music Conference a while ago. Brilliant producer. She's a lovely person, and very, very talented. And she sent in this track called Eye of the Storm. Here we go.
after rain. Tables will turn the wheel of fortune. As long as you keep the faith, choosing love over hate, nothing can bring you to this station.
There we go, Sarah Nine and Ateri, Eye of the Storm. I'm pretty sure that she does her own vocals as well, if my memory serves me correctly. Like I say, I met her at the Brighton Music Conference. We had a really, really good chat. Really, really talented artist. This track had like synthwave 80s vibes to it as well. Yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it? And everything sounded really clear. Everything had its own space. I think everything was balanced perfectly. So yeah, and please go and give her a follow on SoundCloud. She's a beautiful soul, really lovely person, and very talented. And we need to be supporting all of these artists on here. Thanks, guys. Okay, and next is Cheo and Thrasher. That was literally the outro at that point. Unless this has been sent in as an edit, I think that could have had another break and we could have gone into another section. I was really enjoying it. It had some really cool psytrance elements to it. That bass line was full on psy, and it was nice and high up as well. Like, I think sometimes we bog down our own tracks by thinking bass needs to be like heavily in the low frequency ranges, when really the energy is higher up. And that's what I'm getting from this track. And that's true of a lot of psytrance as well. It's the bass seems to be like more in the mids than it is in the sub regions. So yeah. And someone mentioned about the mix down, or there was a hi-hat that was a little bit, probably peaking a little bit. And I agree. I think maybe another mix down of this would be a good idea. But that was probably the only thing that was sticking out to me. Or maybe using a bit of dynamic EQing on it just to like tame it a little bit would help. But yeah. J-Can says, the stereo mount is great. We have the kick right front face. The hi-hat is a little bit damped, which goes great. And the rest have a good width in left, right. I think I understand what you mean, but he's saying he likes it. Bass in the face. Yeah, I felt so happy listening to it. You know, putting a producer head to one side, as a listener and as a DJ, it was just making me feel really happy to listen to that. And it's kind of reminded me how much I love psytrance for that reason. Yeah, I really, really liked it. So, yeah, thank you all of you for sending in your music today. We've had quite a bit of a longer show today because I really needed to catch up with the amount of backlog that I've had. So when the kids aren't here, I don't need to worry about getting to football practice on a Tuesday. The kids are at the dad's this week, so it means I get a bit more free reign with my time. So once every 2 weeks when we do the show, we'll probably do a bit of a longer one like this. Kazumi, yeah, please make sure you do. Make sure you do. I'd love to hear your music, and that goes for each and every one of you. You know where the info is of how to send stuff in. And yeah, thank you guys. I am gonna retire now to my Buddha room and go and play Starfield for the rest of the evening. Kane, yes, you can. You can. I wouldn't normally allow it, but you've been so generous with your sub donations that I'm not going to say no. So, okay, we are going to go over to Sora D&B. I'm guessing it's going to be D&B. Okay, I'll give her a follow as well. Is it a girl? Sora? Boy? She. Okay, cool. Okay, let's go there then. Oh, hang on. It says Sora's D&B raid settings do not allow you to raid at this time. I wonder if I need to follow her. Let's see. Maybe if I follow it might let me. 1 second. Okay, so I'm following now. No, it's not letting me. I wonder if she knows that she's got a setting on that is stopping people from being able to raid her. Yeah, I mean, I followed her now. Can you do me a favor and let her know that she's got that setting on? So we did try to send her a raid, but it wasn't allowing it. And then we can do it next time. But I'm following her now anyway, so if I see her on in the future, I'll send a raid her way. But just mention it to her because, you know, that's quite a big thing. She needs to have that thing set. Or taken off, so to speak, so that people can raid her. So we're going to go to Insanity DJs instead. I love you guys. Thank you for being here, and I will see you on Thursday. Mwah, love you.